Who will be the #1 superpower in space? China is ruling the world with technology. China has been implementing various plans aimed at establishing dominance in space beyond the borders of the world. In the meantime, the country is building a space center. Amid China's ambitions for the moon and space, Bill Nelson, head of the U.S. space agency NASA, has claimed that China will one day occupy the Earth's satellite moon as part of a military space mission. However, the Chinese Foreign Ministry has denied that the NASA chief's remarks were irresponsible. Today's video is about how real China's mission in space and moon occupation is. China's moon occupation. The United States and China have been working hard to strengthen their position on the moon for a long time. The U.S. space agency NASA has always been one step ahead in this regard. However, discussions have started this week in the speech of the head of NASA. NASA Chief Bill Nelson claims China has become desperate to occupy the moon. He also alleges that they have taken up military action as part. Expressing deep concern, Bill Nelson said they were concerned about China's goal of space. He further added that China was stealing technology from others. The NASA chief said China has now incarnated on the moon and the moon sees them. China wants others to stay out. NASA's objection to this. China wants to be a space superpower. In the race to become a space superpower, China is competing with the United States and the Western world. As part of this, China has undertaken a variety of space programs and has expanded them more than ever before in a decade. Even their research on the moon has intensified. China launched its first satellite into orbit in 1970. Has launched more than 200 rockets in the last 10 years. China is the third country in the history of space missions to send astronauts into space and build a space center at the same time. Earlier, the Soviet Union and the United States took the same initiative, but plans to build a space center are very ambitious. As part of that, China last year launched the first module of their space center into orbit. Whose name is the Palace of Heaven? China will send a telescope next year. It will fly through the vicinity of the space center and perform the maintenance and fuel supply of the center. The telescope will have its own power system, life-saving equipment and living room. At present, China is desperate to occupy the space because the International Space Station is not allowed to use it. Why military operations in space? Westerners believe that China wants to increase its dominance in space to achieve political ends. Their argument is that many Chinese satellites are used for military purposes. These satellites can be used to spy on rival forces and provide guidance and direction for the use of long-range missiles. That is why China is stepping up military operations in space. Space Plan 2030. China's goal is to send astronauts to the moon by 2030. And to send samples to Mars and Jupiter. China has already sent unmanned spacecraft to the moon, which collected and sent samples of its stones. China has set up a Chinese flag larger than the American flag on the moon to compete with the United States. Sealda King, director of space projects at Brown's University in the UK, says China has a vested interest in space, not just a specific part. Many believe that one of the reasons for China's enthusiasm for lunar missions is the extraction of rare metals from the lunar surface. Again, for many, China's space plan is innocent. They think the main goal of China's space program is to surprise the world with its achievements. China's main goal is to demonstrate power and make technological progress. Crazy delirium, says China. China rejects NASA chief's statement on moon capture. A Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman said China has always wanted peace in space. This is not the first time the United States has made irresponsible remarks about China's program. He added that the U.S. side has been continuously campaigning negatively against China's normal and reasonable space program. China also claims that China has always worked to build the future of humanity in space. Said China is against asylum in space or any arms race.